Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I want to talk about Citadel's illegal shorting of AMC and their mismarking of AMC trades and how they've covered it up until now. So stay tuned and let's make some money. And now I want to dive straight in with the key information. So, The Real Darkpool tweeted saying you may not have heard of Wolverine LLC, Wolverine Execution Services, or Wolverine Asset Management, but what they have been getting is a lot of short exempt violations. Now, for these short exempt violations, so far they've only received a slap on the wrist and a fine of around $14,000 US. But as you can see from this photo, it says Wolverine incorrectly entered those orders in the same manner in which it had received them, such that if it received an order to sell long, it would enter a sell long order into the exchange, even if Wolverine was not actually long. As a result, the firm mismarked 9,622 short sale orders as long sales when the firm was actually short. So Wolverine had marked over 9,000 trades as selling off a long position when actually they never held a long position whatsoever and they were instead opening a short position. That means that obviously Wolverine didn't have to locate any shares to actually short because they were just selling off a long position. Now this is obviously something that isn't really reported on a 13F filing because obviously shorts aren't reported on a 13F. And even if they were, it wouldn't even appear because they weren't marking these trades as shorts, they were just marking them as if they were selling off long positions. But what Wolverine would need to complete this is obviously a market maker to engage with, to obviously take the other side of the trade or to complete the trade for them. Obviously Wolverine can mismark as many trades as they want, but obviously they need a market maker to actually complete that transaction for them. And this is where Citadel kind of steps in, but also you'll see that Citadel plays a much bigger role than just being the market maker. So we can see that a long time ago, back in 2009, Wolverine Asset Management actually picked Citadel as their fund administrator. Chicago-based hedge fund Wolverine chose Citadel as its new full-service third-party fund administrator for its $650 million in assets. Wolverine's CEO said that Citadel has solid technology combined with an experienced team, and therefore Wolverine are actually using Citadel's platform to execute their trades. So therefore we can confirm that Wolverine are using Citadel as their designated market maker. But actually the rabbit hole goes much deeper than that. From CBOE Chicago's liquidity provider's designated primary market maker program, we can see that Citadel have obviously been executing trades in AMC Entertainment. But not only that, Wolverine have also been executing trades in GameStop and most likely in AMC as well. And this designated primary market maker, or DPM, is a trading permit holder organisation that's approved by the exchange to function in allocated securities as a market maker on the trading floor. And therefore, whether Citadel are the DPM or Wolverine are the DPM, it doesn't really make much of a difference because obviously Wolverine use Citadel's platform. But actually it makes even less difference because Wolverine may actually be Citadel, just using a different front and a different name. We know that Citadel are headquartered in Chicago and their zip code is 60603. But Wolverine is actually also headquartered in Chicago and their zip code is 60604 and therefore on literally the very next road. And therefore it wouldn't surprise me if Wolverine is also owned or controlled by Citadel and Ken Griffin because their offices are literally next door to each other and they're using the same trading platform. So therefore Wolverine may actually even be Citadel, or at the very least working with Citadel in order to hide their illegal shorting and illegal mismarking of trades. Citadel are the market maker processing the trades and Wolverine are the ones illegally mismarking the trades in order to hide the true intentions of the transactions. Obviously, mismarking trades is illegal and the FSA, or the Financial Services Authority, issued their first combined ban and fine for mismarking trading positions all the way back in 2009. This is just another step in Citadel's market manipulation and how they actually conceal their market manipulation and illegal activities. Also guys, if you're getting a little bit worried holding your AMC in Fidelity due to all the recent glitches and the fact that Fidelity actually supports short sellers, Moomoo are currently buying you a free share of AMC on top of the usual 5 free shares that you get when you sign up to Moomoo using the link in the description below and make your first deposit. If you sign up to Moomoo and make your first deposit, you get 2 free shares valued up to $3,500 each. If you can deposit $100, Moomoo will also buy you a free share of AMC. And guys, if you can deposit the full $2,000, then you also get an extra 3 free shares valued up to $3,500 each. Moomoo are also a brilliant commission-free broker that doesn't make its money from payment for order flow. Moomoo and Futu make their money from margin interest and from payment fees. That way you don't have to worry about your trades going through sketchy dark pools or being given to Citadel. Moomoo also has brilliant technical indicators and advanced charting tools. Moomoo also publishes daily short selling volume on top of a number of other important indicators. So guys, be sure to sign up to Moomoo using the link in the description below to get up to $17,500 in free stocks and a free share of AMC. And now I also wanted to touch on and talk about what's going on in the wider market. Marco Metzler tweeted saying it's been the worst January since the existence of the S&P 500 ever, and this is exactly the first phase of the financial meltdown. Now obviously the S&P 500 did have 2 green days yesterday and the day before, so you may be thinking, well Tom, doesn't that mean that the market crash is over? But as Go Gavin tweeted, SPY investors took out and redeemed $6.9 billion yesterday alone, meaning the highest one-day redemptions ever. This means clearly large investors are seeing big problems with the S&P 500, they've seen one good green day, and they've taken out massive chunks of their money because they know that the S&P 500 is going to continue to crash. And Goldman Sachs have said everyone is now hedged for a market crash. If CNBC starts saying that markets are in turmoil, brace for a huge short squeeze. You can see here, this is the notional value of put options, and right now there's over $1 trillion average rolling put option volume. This is the largest amount of put options we've ever seen, higher than the spike in March of 2020 and higher than anything seen in 2021. And therefore, if mainstream media starts jumping on the bandwagon and calling out this market crash, we should all brace for a huge AMC and GameStop short squeeze. I personally believe that the market is still in this crashing phase and has just had 1 or 2 green days after a bunch of massive red days. And I also wanted to quickly touch on AMC's preliminary 4th quarter 2021 results. AMC's Q4 revenues are expected to be around $1.1 billion compared to $162 million for the same quarter last year. That revenue of $1.1 billion is also ahead of expectations that were only around $1 billion. Net loss is going to be somewhere between $114 million and $194 million, but the adjusted EBITDA is positive $146 million to $151 million for Q4. And on top of that, the operating cash flow generated during the 4th quarter is approximately $216 million. That means that AMC is now cash generative and has positive EBITDA, and that's the first time they've been cash generative since the start of the pandemic. But now that AMC is also cash generative, it means that AMC will soon be able to pay dividends as they'll be cash and profit generative. Obviously, if AMC can shortly issue dividends, that means they can also shortly legally issue NFT dividends as well. And that could be just what we need to trigger the AMC squeeze during the market crash. Guys, be sure to let me know down in the comments below what you think about Citadel's illegal shorting and mismarking of AMC trades and how it's been covered up. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of my others. Alternatively, subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.